Hi all and welcome to the Gates of Oblivion. Got to finish off this Oblivion gate. Let's play Oblivion. Hello, here's what I'm trying to say. Hello and good morning. Or good afternoon, or good evening. I'm fairly time of day neutral. I suppose it's based on where you're at. I think we should go into one of these towers, don't you? 3 damage, that's the same as my bow, and 6 septums isn't good. I will take your field arrows, because I believe they're the same as my iron arrows that I'm currently using, so having a bit more stock is no bad thing. Yeah, we're going to get this for Oblivion Tower finished up. My arrows aren't showing up for some reason. They are when I shoot them. I've never seen that before. There we go. Wonder what that was about. Oh, this is a new enemy type, isn't it? Dremora Churl, I think? We'll find off its corpse, its name. It's how we identify things, is by looking at corpses. So, we're obviously doing the Oblivion Tower. We're on the main quest right now, as a little reminder. I've decided to do little reminders at the beginning of every episode, just to sort of situate where we're at. We've been doing the Thieves Guild in the arena to a certain degree, but decided to actually go and do the thing that Uriel Septim asked us. I think there probably would be some air of feeling like we got a bit more in, a bit deeper than we anticipated right now. You know, we are in what would be in our conception of hell to some degree. So we might be looking at ourselves and going, "Oh Lord, what have we done here?" But we're persevering through, and we've been asked to be a hero. Churl. So, we're going to attempt to do that. I don't quite know what my guy's motivation is. Perhaps it's just a rabid exploration. Wanting to see what this place has to offer. Or was it just simply because he was asked? Or is it because it's the main quest, and we've got to do the main quest? I do remember the main quest in this game being one of the weaker components, which is odd. I think actually the last game in this series to have a main quest which I thought was really good, and the only one to have a main quest that I think is really good is actually Morrowind. Because I think it balances like everything going on in that world. Whereas this is, it feels almost like a, oh, that heals, I think. This feels like a big budget, like Hollywood movie type quest more so. Whereas the things that Morrowind was interested in, it managed to get to in its main quest. You know, it did the high fantasy stuff, but it was a lot more toned down. But maybe I'm just thinking of that in this game because of like the large, overwrought sort of ending of it all. We'll see. We'll see. So far it's here's a magical amulet and there's things happening. You know, standard fantasy fare, so to speak. There we go. We're going to need a rest after that fight though. I know we've talked about sort of the weight mechanic before, but I do wish there was some sort of more narrativization behind it, and that's something I'm always going to say. But you know, setting up a little camp in the corner here and a little stove. I always liked it in the first Red Dead when you save the game out in the wilderness. You have to set up a little camp, and it's interesting with those sorts of mechanics because I know they can be hated. They can be hated because you know you do it once, it's kind of like, oh cool, here's a cool little mechanic thing, and it's setting up the world. But you do it 500 times and you're just like, oh god, please don't make me set up a camp again, I just want to press the save button. So it swings and roundabouts, I suppose. Got some traps on the go here. It's very like metal cover aesthetic. I'm not saying I don't like it. I like the way that this game does flesh out the fact that, you know, even though the Daedra could be potentially seen as they're less evil, more capricious. You know, you're never going to quite deign to figure out what is going on with them. But I like the way that you do get to go to different planes of. Now, is Oblivion the place? Is Oblivion the generic name, or is Oblivion the plane of existence for Mehrunes Dagon? Asking the important questions. Ooh, 3 gold. So I can't quite remember. Because there is a substantial difference as well, isn't there? Between the two. One being a... Oh, we need keys for both of these. Interesting. Yeah, substantial difference between each place. Yeah, I think that was what I was getting at. There we go. Let's go and find this key. See, that would be the dream to me. Would be for each Oblivion gate to be the similar sort of thing, but substantially different. Sort of, I know, I've just come round in circles on myself. You know how in Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade, I really need to get a pop shield, sorry. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, is it? I think it's called. Very cool game, very, very cool game. I like it a lot. But you sort of go to Hell or Helheim and that a few times, and the way it sort of shows it, if I remember right, is, and it's more little cutscenes and it is interactive things, but like each one is still set in the theming, but it is substantially different. You know, you've got like hands coming out and grabbing you, and then this other one's different to that, and I can't remember the game, come on. You know, it's been a long time since I played that game. I do like it though. Team Ninja. I think that's it with the Oblivion gates actually. It's not that doing 1 or 2 is particularly bad. It's there's potentially, if you want to close them all, which you'd be mad to do, I think there's 50 odd, or potentially 50 odd across the map, and that there just isn't enough here to do 50 of them. But then, like, I don't know if anyone here has played Hades, and Hades has 4 levels, and they're all very, very similar. But the mechanical, like, complexity of what you're doing in those levels is interesting enough to carry it and sort of cement you into what you're doing. I thought, like, after 20 hours in that game, I was like, I probably only got 10 more in it because it's going to have a limited sort of capacity for new experiences. And I'm, like, pushing 70 hours now. So, you know, I don't think this is aided. I thought it was one of these other towers, I'm going to be honest. So I don't think it's aided by the fact that the combat in this game is a little robotic, maybe? It's a little stilted. It's fine, but, you know. Turn left at the Hell Pit. Carry straight on. I spent far too much time walking around here. Could have sworn I've walked past this Hell Pit before. Corridors of Dark Salvation. Very good. Here's the door I missed. See, this is cool. Oh. You do not seem friendly. Oh, I was low on health for going into this fight as well. I should have healed, but there we go, you learn. Not going to complain.
Quickly,
hello.
Quickly, there's no time. You must get to the top of the large tower. The Sigil Keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion Gate open. Find the Sigil Stone. Remove it and the gate will close. Hurry! The Keeper has the key. You must get the key.
We're just going to leave you locked in there, in the brood cage. Apparently so. Is this the Keeper? Yes. I see you, traps. New enemy type. Oh, don't know what happened there. New enemy type, and it's one that can summon other enemies, which is always a classic enemy type. I have to, like, something that I am noticing from the combat is enemies are a lot more bullet spongy, which I don't know if that's a term. Arrow spongy? Than I sort of not necessarily remembered, because if I'm right, Morrowind's kind of like this. But the thing is, in Morrowind, I got so used to the end game where I sort of just kill people quite easily. Go on. That this sort of combat thing is new to me again. And I think towards the end of this game it gets a little easier, but it can certainly feel like some of the combats go long, if you know what I mean. Which I think would be fine, but this is oh god, what was the Ubisoft game? With the guns. Begins with D, I think. The Division. There we go. Got there in the end. Like, you're fighting normal human people and you got guns and they know die quickly. And I think there's that sort of disconnect. And I think people focus on that disconnect too much. Just, you know, you can get on with it and it not be a huge effect on your gameplay. But it just feels like you're slugging through them sometimes. You know, you're just swinging and swinging and swinging and nothing happening. We get there in the end, though. This is the top. Oh, do you reckon we can go for a sneaky stab? We've not done that yet. Oh, he just turned around last second. So, Daedra armor in this game? Go on, go on. I was hoping he'd fall off the edge. See, even that, like, some sort of, like, maneuverability or a kick button, you know, like, if you look at, Heroes of Might and Magic, I want to say. The one with the kick button that you can kick enemies onto spikes and things. Even something like that adds like a certain dynamism to it all. That's kind of not here. Or not as prominent. Give me your heart. So we're coming to the end of the gate. What do we think of it? I think aesthetically really cool. 100% on board with the aesthetics. But the sort of mechanics of what you're doing in it, there isn't enough there. But I suppose that could probably be said about a lot of the dungeon-y type areas in this game. And for some reason they hold together better. Perhaps it's just the fact I have bad memories of playing it all. I mean, this stuff is cool, isn't it? He says as someone who has in the past been very clearly a fan of metal. So there's a little trick you can do here. You can quick save and grab the sigil. And basically that's an upgrade material of sorts. So, and then we can go in here, check which one we've got, and you can use it to make a piece of armor or a weapon magic. So we can either put it on a weapon and it does damage health 10 points, or we can put it on armor and it fortifies health 10 points, which I think is really cool. Love that. Great. But what you can do if we wanted to, if we were interested in it, we could reload that save we just made. In fact, I'm just going to show it off. I'm not going to spend ages doing this. And get another roll on it. The reason I know this is because this is how I made myself a full set of armor that turned you invisible. That's fine. I don't really particularly care about what we're picking up here. You don't need to craft a build in this game. You just kind of pick what you're going to do. Light armor, heavy armor, bow, non-bow, and just get on with it and you'll be fine. It's why the perk system I think is really good, because you do start building something then and start crafting a build. There we go. There's the gates of Oblivion closed. Let's go and speak to Matthias. See what he has to say for my hard work.
It's the smell, really.
got a smile on his face anyway. I did it, Matthias.
Close the gate. I knew you could do it. This is our chance to launch a counterattack. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us now? I can wait, but not for long. We've got to move quickly before they have a chance to barricade the city gate.
Can you join us now? I know I have to give you an out because you might be bored of doing main quest stuff, so you want to go and do other things. I'm ready. For Kvatch. We should probably save. There's a cool mod, and it'd be cool to have a look at some of the mods. But I think they're pretty well documented in all fairness, and we've got the ones we want to use. But remember, it was in progress, and God knows if it ever got made, but there was a mod to rebuild Kvatch. I've entered the ruined city of Kvatch with civilian Matthias and his men. We must clear the southern plaza before the survivors in the chapel can be rescued. But, oh, we've got our first clan affair. But I remember this battle being huge and like all-encompassing. It's not quite that. I wouldn't call anything with sort of like 2-3 actors in it as huge. Although I think we're not. What? Where's sword go? Oh, it broke. Right, let me get my hammer out mid-fight. I thought I might be able to do that. You never know with these games. We'll use our debaser then. Ooh, I am low on health. I'm going to just stand and heal in this corner. Because Matthias shouldn't be able to die, I don't think. I'm having to play tactically. Oh no, there's more. So we want to get this one taken out as quickly as possible. So that we can go and concentrate over here. I'm going to use ranged because then I can try and avoid damage if possible. And then this should be good. I helped civilian Matthias and his men retake the southern plaza. I shall talk to him about our next move. Give me your silver stuff, give me your steel bow, chainmail good. Is this all light? It's all mine now. In fact, I want your steel arrow also. So, chainmail boots, chainmail gauntlets. It's not very good chainmail. Leather. So 2 on that. What's the main? What's the Kvatch cuirass? So that's better. 3. I know I look like a guard now, but sacrifices have to be made. See, that's the thing. I think the game doesn't necessarily force you too much into your clothing choices, which is good at the time because you could like kind of deck your character out how you wanted to look, and you know, end game you could take some leather armor and take some of those sigil stones that we just got and upgrade it and actually be feasible in the combat and look the way you want. And it's interesting to see how games are developed with that because they appreciate that people want to look cool. You know, you often hear the terms like fashion souls or fashion destiny and stuff like that. And the way games do it now is you have almost 2 gear slots for your head. You have the one I want to show to the world and the one that's underneath as well. I think transmogrify would be the term within sort of a MMO or type game. But it exists in other games now.
We wiped the bastards out. It's safe to pull those people out of the chapel. Let's get in there and make sure they're all right. Come on. This is only the beginning of the battle for Kvatch. We can discuss the next phase once the civilians are safe.
See, we can actually just kind of leave as well after this section and come back later for the actual Battle of Kvatch. Which I don't think we'll do. It makes no sense. Ew. I knew there was something around here, but it looks like it's all been pilfered, so let's get out of here. Let's go and find Martin, I believe, is in here. It's Chapel of Akatosh.
Report, soldier.
Sir, we're all that's left. Barrack Inian, myself, and these civilians.
That's it? There's no one else?
There were others, sir, but they refused to stay put. We tried to convince them it was dangerous, but they left anyway. I guess they didn't make it.
Very well. The area outside the chapel has been cleared, and these people need to be taken to safety. Escort them to the camp south of here at once.
But sir, I want to help fight.
You will, soldier. Once they're secure, get back here immediately. We'll need every available blade, and there'll be plenty of fighting to go around.
Sir, yes, sir. Civilians, it's time to move out. Let's go.
There we go.
We've done it. I can't believe it. I didn't really think this would work. Maybe we do have a fighting chance. Oh, yes. We're not done. Not even close. This was only the first step. If this town is to be ours again, we'll need to get inside the castle. You've come this far with us. Will you go further? If we're truly going to succeed, I'll need much more of your help. I warn you, though, what we've seen so far is nothing compared to the battle that likely awaits.
Have to ramp up the expectations at least
Take
a little
few
bit.
moments to catch your breath and think it over.
Okay. I'll take a few months to catch my breath. Now you.
I heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back. Well done.
The Emperor told me to find you.
The Emperor is dead. Who are you? What do you really want with me?
Is this Sean Bean? You're Martin, right? The priest.
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you. I'm having trouble understanding the gods right now.
No,
If
it's
all
not.
this is
I
part
think it's
of the
someone
divine
doing a
plan,
Sean Bean
I'm not sure
impression.
I have anything to do with it.
Gods or not, we need your help.
If you came to me for help, you're more of a fool than you look. Look around. What good is a priest?
You are Uriel Septim's son.
Emperor Uriel Septim? You think the Emperor is my father? No, you must have the wrong man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
The Daedra came here for you.
An entire city destroyed to get at me? Why? Because I'm the Emperor's son?
Why would I lie to you?
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the
People
truth.
just have this thing of just
Does this
believing
mean-
me.
What do you want from me?
Joffrey, Martin, come with me to Waynham Priory. That could be a song.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope. You helped them drive the Daedra back. Yes, I'll come with you to Waynham Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
It's the smell of
I'm going to pray whilst I'm here.
fire and something worse.
Perhaps that's not how that works. I think one of these can help you get rid of diseases. There we go. I'm not sure if I picked up any diseases, but just in case there was something lingering in the background. That's let's go to Waynham Priory. I'm just going to fast travel it because walking around the world takes time. I'd like to get this quest done. Then we can go back to the Basilica of Vatch. See how they're getting on. Even though nothing will have moved. Oh no. This is bad.
Help! You...
Hold on, tell me what happened, even though I'm shooting
I
someone.
don't know. I think they're right behind...
Who's attacking Waynham Priory?
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior talking to someone. Looked around the corner to see who it was. They looked like travelers, ordinary. Suddenly weapons appeared in their hands, and they cut the prior down before he could move. They saw me watching, and I ran.
Where's Joffrey? Is he safe?
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us.
Oh. Shooting Martin in the back. This is kind of cool. I know I talk about sort of the AAA-ness of this game more so next to Morrowind, but there is something to be said about like being able to constantly ratchet tensions up and constantly having stuff happening, as much as there is something to be said for a slow burn and existing in a world. I think the only reason I advocate for the slow burn type is because you get less of that these days. Erna said he was in the chapel.
Quick! He may need our help.
Need to loot this guy first. He has a gold ring and some money. I don't want my short sword, because I have a better sword now. Oh, it's wrong button. I find it interesting the cross between like the monk robes and the katanas, just because it's such a different cultural background.
You're back. Thank Talos. They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout. I had just time to arm myself. The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House. We need to go see if it is safe.
I'll go check on the amulet.
We'll go together, but I fear the worst.
Let's go.
I fear the enemy came here for the Amulet of Kings.
Yes, you've said. I mean, it's not particularly hidden once you open these doors. I assume that's where it was. But I can't check, because it would be classed as stealing now, wouldn't it? Go on.
They've taken it! The Amulet of Kings is gone! The enemy has defeated us at every turn!
They haven't. I found Martin. He is safe.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here. We have driven them off, but they will be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
Why, are you going to tell them? Where will he be safe?
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma. A few men can hold it against an army. We should leave at once.
Cloud Ruler Temple. Tell me about it.
Cloud Ruler Temple was built long ago by the founders of the Blades, back in the days of Raymond Cyrodiil. It is high in the mountains.
Cyrodiil's named after someone.
Our ancient
God.
fortress, sanctuary, refuge of last resort. Martin will be as safe there as anywhere.
Cool.
We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Are you two going to have a conversation at all?
Yes.
It's my mission just to go there. I kind of wanted to see them interact. Well, that's where we're going to leave it today, I think. We've had enough story. So, thank you for joining me. Let me know what your thoughts on the main quest of Oblivion are. Drop it in the comments. I'm interested to hear, because that sort of balance of more AAA style game compared to the Morrowind, more measured and restful, I'd say. Not restful, but, you know, it takes its time and lets you wallow in it, whereas this is like, thing happens, thing happens, thing happens, thing happens. Anyway, if you could drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more of this sort of thing, and my name has been Billy. Goodbye.